All right. We are live. What's going on, everybody? It's Rob Garcia, the Warrior strategist. And Elon Musk, in his attempt to destroy everything Twitter related, now is requiring you to have a premium subscription in order to broadcast to Twitter or X or whatever stupid shit he's calling it this week. Today, we're going to talk about PR versus marketing. And we're going to talk about my recent trip and current projects and all kinds of stuff. We are joined immediately by my good friend Annette Wittenberger. Hello, Annette. Good to see you. I agree. He's quite a character. I'm not against Elon Musk, but I really do disagree with several of the things he does business wise. I'm not a fanboy. I'm not like one of these that hates him. I'm just like, He's a goofy creative, has a lot of kids, and just doing weird shit. He probably got stuffed into a lot of lockers in high school. I know the feeling. All right. And Annette's making fun of me for my fashion choices. Of course, I'm going to support this wonderful young entrepreneur in all her ventures, making all her dreams come true. Let's start off real quick with a shout out to the sponsors. And the first one is going to be Tinker's Affliction. If you have younger readers in the home that enjoy spooky, supernatural tales, check this out. This is a wonderful story written by the daughter of an Air Force veteran about a young girl's journey into the supernatural as she ages out of a foster home and is adopted by a family with secrets of their own. Tinker's Affliction can be found on Barnes & Noble online and on Amazon. So just Google it, Tinker's Affliction. It is a great book. I'm really enjoying it. It's pretty big, but the story is incredible. And she did a great job. The author, Dana, is 24 and got this bad boy published. And so I've been doing some PR work with her and her family. Really enjoying the story so far. And secondly, of course, Mike's Damascus Knives. LLC, if you need tactical blades or kitchen knives or industrial knives for EDC, which I found out is everyday carry. Check this out. Mike can put your name on a blade. These long-lasting Damascus-style knives also have custom handles. These are hand-forged, not made with that cheap-ass Pakistani bumper steel that some of the cheap knockoffs indulge in. You need your own custom knife, check him out at mikesdamascusknives.com. He's a wonderful sponsor. Thank you, Mike, for all you do. We got JD Tierney. What's going on, buddy? And Annette, absolutely. I'm not sure if that means you want some tips or like which ones to join. I'm on several dating sites, and there are definitely ways you can get more attention and get more people looking at what you do. The number one thing, I'm not going to let this go into a segue for too long, but the number one thing is don't be boring. Be funny in whatever responses you put. Don't have pictures that are poor quality, that are blurry, or that make you look boring. Okay? The majority of people I reject dress like archaeologists, and I'm just going to put this out there. This is my personal experience. Don't take this, personal if you're of an age, but just the majority of women I see on dating sites over 40 are dressed like they're going to a yarn convention. I wouldn't use dating sites, honestly, as a primary way of meeting somebody special. Like I'll put my stuff out there and just kind of see who's interested, but it's not something I devote a lot of time to. I got bigger fish to fry, and honestly, like I had a revelation the other day. I'm fine being single right now. I don't need companionship right this second. I'm trying to raise a child, the one that I look at in the mirror every day. All right. Annette, we'll definitely talk about this soon. Maybe I'll even do a live broadcast on this topic. It is a great topic. and I have tons of field experience. All right, welcome Marshall Tarrant. What's going on, Marshall? Good to see you, buddy. Okay, so let's just get into content. Right off the bat, we'll talk about topical. So as you guys know, I quietly went to Humboldt County. I didn't really tell too many people about it, and I drove. I think it was 13 to 16 hours each way. It takes me 2 days to get there. I have to drive from San Diego, which is the southern tip of California, to geniuses that don't have a map, to the northwest tip of California. It's over about 800 miles. I don't fly because there's logistical issues, getting a rental car, all that shit, and then having to go to the SF airport, just all the stuff. I just drive, just like the hell with it. I had to finalize paperwork for my grandmother. I really didn't go out too much. My grandmother's cat attacked me. The fleas on it attacked me, so I got like 40 bites all over my legs the first day I was there, which is a lot of fun. I look like I have a serious medical condition on my legs right now. I'm not going to show you guys, but they look horrific. Like I just saw a bunch of fleas on me. I'm just like, oh my God. And, I shoot them off, but they went to town. They love my blood because obviously it contains a lot of alcohol sugars. They had a big feast on my legs. That wasn't fun. So that was the start to my day. Hung out with my grandma, cooked for her a lot. And then I really, like I said, I was just in a really bad mood the whole time I was there. I was trying not to be a dick or anything, but I was not in a good headspace. I don't like going up there. I don't like the entire situation. There's family stuff involved where very few people are helping out with this scenario. My 95-year-old grandmother who needs, care and help. My sister's been amazing though. She's great. But I made the best face of it. When you have a situation that's really unpleasant and there's another person involved, sometimes you just like dealing with little kids or old people, you put on a smile and you soldier on. And I didn't complain while I was there for my grandma. I made sure I was talking to her. I made sure I was spending time with her and making sure she had everything she needed. Sometimes gets on my nerves a little bit with some of the stuff she asks for. But she's 95 and I got to remember that. And if she had her way, I'd be staying there like as long as possible and I would probably lose my mind. So short bursts are best for me. And next time I think I'll just get an Airbnb up there and have my own little space to retreat to at night. Cause I got to sleep in my dead aunt's room in the bed she died in. Okay. If that's not trauma inducing, I don't know what the fuck is. And it's a twin. And the first 2 days I was there was a heat wave. I mean, a bad heat wave. Like I couldn't sleep. And then the last 5 days I was there, like I pulled a fan in and it got cold. Thank God. So I was able to sleep pretty well. And I just played 8-bit Nintendo, chilled the fuck out. I did make a logistical mistake because I had to deal with the banks and paperwork. And I got there Friday night and I had to wait till Monday morning before I could do anything. That kind of sucked. I was able to see my sister once, my friend Brandon Costa, and then I drove home. The highlight of my trip was eating Chef Boyardee lasagna out of a can, like an army peasant in a rest stop. And it was actually that might have been the only time I smiled on this trip. It's actually delicious. Chef Boyardee, God damn it, I can cook. All right. So anyway, that's the personal stuff. Got back, finalizing my action novel for my client. That was pretty cool. I worked on that all day today. Had a good call with another potential client, and then had a good call with Sean Kanan. Sean Kanan, star of Cobra Kai and Karate Kid 3, Bold and the Beautiful, and General Hospital, recently launched a clothing line with Ginger and David of Really Designs, which is amazing. I got to see the page today, all the clothing. It all looks really, really good. So I'm super happy that they were able to make that connection. Sean was just ecstatic how hard they worked. He had nothing but great things to say about them. Him and I talked for about 30 minutes today. And that caught up my best friend, JD. Talked to him a little bit. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, that was my day. It was just stayed inside the whole time. Yesterday, I had to decompress a little bit. I had a fucking pizza and just played video games and just turned my brain off. I didn't want to think about anything. Humboldt County really drains me. It's just not a fun place to go. I just have too many bad memories. I love the people that are there. Like I get to see my friends. It's fun, but I had to live there until I was like 19. I barely left the county when I lived there. I was really poor. My family was involved in all kinds of weird, shady shit. So going up there isn't really a what I call a pleasant experience. I do it to take care of my grandmother and help my friends out, but it's just not one of my favorite things ever. And I'm very grateful to be home. You guys have no idea. Um, all right, so what's going on with PR and marketing? Let's transition into the next segment. Uh, After Rob's therapy session, I want to thank you guys for being a shoulder to cry on with all this bullshit. Um, PR and marketing are often confused. People think that they're the same thing. People think that you can hire people of specialties to do both, and you can't. I mean, you can, but your results are going to be really poor. In a nutshell, if you're not sure about the difference, like you can't just name it off the top of your head, marketing is outbound efforts in order to either make a sale or to draw attraction to your company. It can be email, it can be flyers, it can be digital marketing, which is like ads. It can be newspapers. Marketing it has a very wide swath, but essentially you're letting your audience know about what it is that you sell. PR, outbound efforts to contact media to induce an interview for your company, reputation management, and contact with the public through the use of bigger media. That's the best way to think about the two. People confuse PR with marketing. They think it's the exact same thing. It's not. And I feel like all companies should devote, like, if you have a marketing budget, 20% of that marketing budget should be PR. PR efforts include press releases, contacting journalists, writing articles, doing social media, creating databases for industry magazines. These are all the things that I do. Your marketing alone will not get you interviews. Your marketing alone will not get you the kind of attention that you need. Your marketing person should not be doing your PR because there are very specific skill sets that a PR expert has that a marketing guru will not have. Okay. Can you train your marketing person to do PR? Absolutely. And I do this sometimes. I can take any person, turn them into a PR expert in about 2 weeks. They just have to learn certain skill sets, really specific ones. Most of them involve writing. But like I said, if you have a marketing budget, 20% should be allotted to PR specifically. And they both serve different purposes. I consider PR under the marketing umbrella. It's kind of like a side cousin. But PR has its place, its value. Marshall Terran jumped on here a couple of years ago. He made a great trip to San Diego. We got him on a radio interview. We got him on a live podcast interview with Brett Davis in studio. We got him on the Biz Brothers podcast, which he did from here, from my apartment, which was awesome. And over the years, Marshall got a couple of magazine covers as well. That's the power of leverage PR. And Marshall even came back and said that it was such a strong move because he now has a legacy and he has assets that he can circulate for the rest of his life, which is it's a great observation. And even I didn't, think about that, about the power of PR. What's going on, Gunny? Good to see you. Frank Manto, good to see you, buddy. I'm just happy to be home, guys, to be honest. So when you're thinking about your company, understand as a business owner that both PR and marketing are essential, but they serve different functions. Marketing is if you want to sell shit, PR is if you want to get interviews. And that's the third grade like definition of both of them. You guys don't have to be experts in both fields and have to write a doctoral thesis about the inner workings and structure of both. That's all you have to remember. I like to keep stuff real easy. Okay. My job is not to teach you what PR is on a grand scale. My job is to tell you what a campaign should look like for your business model, what actions you should be doing, and then to creatively paint you with a certain media angle that'll increase your chances of getting interviews. And then, of course, set you up with my fancy media friends who will interview you immediately. But really, from the business owner's perspective, like I said, all you need to know is that marketing are outbound ways to get sales. PR are outbound efforts to get you interviews. Sales, interviews, both very important. But here's what's interesting. Good PR can get you sales. Good marketing cannot get you PR. I mean, it can in theory, but it's unlikely. But if you have great PR and you start appearing everywhere and you get on the news and you start, getting in large magazines and you start appearing in Reddit and Twitter and all these weird places I put my clients, you will see sales. You will be able to sell your goofy merchandise. Okay. Once people see it, they will buy. Living proof. All right. So what are some of the actions of PR? What are some of the things that we do in order to make it happen? We reach out to journalists. We create media databases. We create industry-specific magazine databases. So Frank Manto, Crayons Ready to Eat, one of the greatest products I've ever seen. That is a food product, but it is also military-based. So a PR campaign for Frank would obviously be the larger military publications, Stars and Stripes, Marine Corps Times, Military Times. I think he's already been in one of them, which is awesome. But food magazines, stuff related to snacks, specifically dessert magazines. This is what we talk about when we talk about industry-specific magazines. This is one of my newer services that I've started getting into in the last probably year and a half. I've placed Brandy Rector in a couple of helicopter magazines. Mike Rannigan is about to be featured in Roofing Elements Monthly, which is a large roofers magazine. That's going to happen in September or October. It's a great win for all of us. Ted Fox has been in a Pontiac magazine 5 times. And I think I landed one more that was really specific. Kevin Cameron got a couple of veteran placements. And I think Brian Big Country got a couple of, I want to get him in some more sports and athletic magazines. But I did get him in a couple of veteran related things, including the American Legion website, which was incredible. Industry specific magazines have a lot of power. The next one I want to work with actually is going to be John Rankin with Tactical Traveler. And I want to get him in some of the travel magazines, and fingers crossed, an airline in-flight magazine would be ridiculous. All right. So in summary, first of all, I want to thank all the veterans that are watching this and all the business owners. I haven't done a lot of broadcasts. Like I said, I've been on the road in a Fiona Apple level depression, just going to my hometown, but I'm happy to be home. If you guys need anything, feel free to reach out to me. I got reserve duty. I got a lot of reserve duty coming up. So I'm going to be out of town for a couple more days later this week. But always here to help you guys with PR and visibility needs. If you got any questions, or if you just want to have like a good short business call, like, hey, Rob, I need more sales. Like, how can I do this? I'll be happy to look at your stuff and give you some suggestions. Ask for help if you need it. I'm always here for you guys. Doesn't always have to be about money. Sometimes I can spot exactly what somebody's doing wrong that they need to do for better sales and visibility. I was like talking about it. And just keep in mind something. Keep something in mind. You have access to more people than you've ever had in your life. You have Facebook stories, you have Facebook lives, you have Twitter, you've got TikTok, you've got Instagram Reels, you got Pinterest, you've got LinkedIn, you got an email list, hopefully. You got all this stuff. So why aren't you frequently creating content and getting it out there and letting people know what you sell and what solutions you provide and what problems you solve? This is where sales come from, being a problem solver. So food for thought. You got plenty of social media options out there. Do at least 2 every single day. I'm doing one right now. When I go out and I teach PR stuff and visibility stuff, it's like an advertisement going out to Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube, letting people know what I do. But I do teach as well. But people know that if they see my stuff, they're like, that guy might know his shit. Maybe I'll talk to him. Maybe I'll buy a press release from him. Maybe I'll hire him for a campaign, you know. But get out there, make some strong content, teach your industry, and most of all, let people know what problem you solve. Let them know why you're good at it. Let them know past results. And this is how you'll get more sales. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Going to wrap it up here in about an hour. If you guys need anything with PR or visibility stuff, feel free to reach out to me. Big thank you to Dana, author of Tinker's Affliction. Be sure and get it. Google it. It's on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. It is a tremendous book about a young girl's journey into the supernatural. And of course, longtime sponsor, Mike's Damascus Knives. You can get them at mikesdamascusknives.com if you want high quality kitchen knives for everyday carry. His stuff, very, very high quality, looks great, awesome in the kitchen, or if you need to defend yourself, you know, you're getting chased down the street by just groups of ladies, whip out your everyday carry. What? Get off me. No more child support. All right. I will see you guys next time. This is Rob Garcia, the Warrior Strategist. Hope you have a great night. And as always, stay famous. See you soon.